Watching the Falcons offense should be fun again now that I'm not going to prioritize using my best players on offense. Smith is gone. And there's tons of reasons to be excited about the Atlanta Falcons offense this year. Raheem Morris, their new head coach, he brings along with them Zac Robinson, who spent 5 years with Sean McVay on that Rams coaching staff in several different roles, such as quarterbacks coach, passing games coordinator, and wide receivers coach. He's going to make him his offensive coordinator. And you definitely can expect way more creativity and innovation with this offense this year. First of all, you have Kirk Cousins, which there are concerns about how well Kirk Cousins is going to play coming off that season-ending Achilles injury. But before he sustained that injury last year, he was playing at an MVP level. That was some of the best football that Kirk Cousins played in his whole entire career. And he's going to be a perfect fit in Zac Robinson's offense because Sean McVay and the Kyle Shanahan coaches that come from those coaching trees, they always have a lot of respect and admirations for Kirk Cousins' game. Why? Because he plays within structure. He's the ultimate game manager. And I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in a really positive way because he executes the play at the highest level capable. He doesn't try to improvise. He doesn't go off script. You call the play, and Kirk Cousins runs the play to perfection how you want it. And with the playmakers that he has around him, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, there's no reason why Kirk Cousins shouldn't be able to pick up from where he left off last year in Minnesota. I know he's still trying to get back to 100% from that injury, but this is a tailor-made team ready to win this season. And if the Atlanta Falcons don't win the NFC South this year, it's going to be a major disappointment because without a doubt, this is the most talented team in this division by a landslide. Bijan Robinson, I think he could be in for an all-pro season this year now that he actually has an offensive coordinator that's going to utilize him more than just a running back. I've been telling people this about Bijan Robinson ever since the Falcons drafted him. Stop calling this dude a running back. He's not a running back. He's a weapon. And Arthur Smith didn't use him as a weapon. How many times did we see Bijan Robinson line up in the slot as receiver? I can't remember too many times seeing him lined up in that capacity. I saw a lot of clips of him lining up at receiver in training camp though, but regular season came around, didn't really see too many snaps him taking at wide receiver. And then you got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts may be one of the most underrated players in the NFL coming into this year because not a lot of fans know just how good this dude is because he's been compromised by Arthur Smith, who wants to prioritize dudes like Jonnu Smith over him. Kyle Pitts is a weapon too. Not only is he just a really good tight end, but you can line him up at wide receiver. He can play a little bit of fullback. You can get creative with how you utilize him coming out the backfield in the passing game. So now that you have Zac Robinson, he's just finna open up a whole new different realm of possibilities for this offense in 2024. Like, I am so excited to watch the Atlanta Falcons offense this year that I plan on watching every single game because there are a lot of guys on this team that I'm going to be picking up on my fantasy football squads this year. You signed Darnell Mooney in free agency. You traded for Rondale Moore in the trade for when you traded Desmond Ridder to the Arizona Cardinals. You got him in return. And now you have speed at wideout, which was something that the Falcons have been severely lacking for the last couple of years. Now you have a good possession wide receiver in Drake London. And then you have two guys who can take the top off the defense downfield in Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore. And when you think about the running back position for Atlanta, not only do you have Bijan Robinson, but you also have Tyler Algier. So you got a really good 1-2 punch. And Raheem Morris, yes, he's excited about all the talent that the Falcons have when it comes to their skill position this year. But the thing that he has praised the most about this offense and the thing that he's been the most excited about has been the offensive line, which returns all 5 starters from last year. And this is an offensive line that has gotten better every single season since 2020. They retained their offensive line coach Dwayne Ledford, who's now with his 4th season with this franchise. And if he would have decided to go in a different direction, he had a lot of opportunities. Like the New York Giants wanted this dude really badly. And not only did they retain him, but they also promoted him to run game coordinator also. And this was an offensive line that was 8th in the league in rushing yards per game. So when you got an offensive line that's really good in pass protection, really good against the run, you got some really good wide receivers, you got really good backs, there's no reason why Kirk Cousins shouldn't be able to have a bounce back season this year. And if Kirk Cousins does end up regressing and you got to bench him, hey, you got my boy Michael Penix, who you took 8th overall. I think Michael Penix was more than just the quarterback of the future for the Atlanta Falcons. I also believe that he was the Falcons' insurance plan just in case Kirk Cousins ends up not looking like the guy that we saw pre-Achilles injury last year in Minnesota. So there is so many reasons to be optimistic about what Atlanta's offense could be this season. I love the hiring of Zac Robinson as their offensive coordinator. You can never go wrong with these Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan disciples. They technically are really safe hires. You know, they're going to be really innovative. And when you think about all of the weapons that the Falcons have to work with that was held back by Arthur Smith's lackluster creativity and play calling, I mean, I don't see how this can't be one of the NFL's most explosive offenses in 2024. And I'm a little jealous. You want to know why? Because I'm a Steelers fan, and guess who we hired to be our offensive coordinator? Pray for me, Falcons fans. Don't just pray for me, but pray for the Steelers this year. We're going to need it. I promise you.